Hey guys, Al2 here, 316 RC, and finally, I'm going to finish my Baja project. I got a couple of parts to put on that, and we're going to get to that right away, and then we're going to see the final project, final build that's been well over a year. I've been working on this thing. It's been one thing after another, then other RCs got in the middle. The BM5, kind of took over for a while. So I'm finally going to finish that Baja up today. Got a few things to do to it. And then we're going to go over everything I did and all the upgrade parts that I put on. If you recall way back, and you can check some of my first videos on it, it started out as a King Motors roller and it just evolved after that. But secondly, coming up real soon on the channel, there's a new RC in the house, and we're going to unbox that and show you guys what that is. So without further ado, let's get to the final build on the Baja. Okie dokie, got my front shocks mounted up right here. So now I'm going to get ready and put the roll cage on. Picked up this a while back from Rovin. Steel and aluminum, I believe. Part number right there is 95003. Let's go ahead and I had my back shock tower on and was getting ready to put these shocks. I had to remove the shock tower because I forgot that this has to go on before the shock tower. So that tower was already on. So before I put these rear shocks on, I went ahead and removed the shock tower. Hey, this thing's pretty cool. RC on there. So let's just kind of test fit this. Goes back in here, and that is actually doesn't fit. It is doesn't fit the piece here. Does not fit. These holes right here, 1 and 2, are supposed to fit the back of this, and you can see, move this out of the way, you can see that it does not fit. It's a good crap. There's a 1/4 inch difference there. It's a 1/4 inch difference. So I got the front here to go on, and I had to sort of bend these as well to make them fit. So I'm going to have to take the back of this and try to actually, looks like to me, looking down this, I don't think you guys can see this, but looking down this one here seems to be bent. I can see it now, it's bent. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my vise and try to bend it back real gingerly. So let me go ahead and get that and then see if we can get it fitted up. Alright, what I did was I took off this top piece here and pulled this apart so these can be pulled out. Another thing I noticed is here, swing around here, Another thing I notice is here in the back as well, these holes, they're too small. They're too small to fit. So, you know, I've been a little disimpressed at times with some of the fitment on the Roven stuff. You know, sometimes the stuff fits great, sometimes it don't. So, you know, I don't think the best quality controls there all the time. So, be aware if you buy some of these upgrade parts, and you may have to modify them just a smidge. So, I'm going to have to go ahead and drill those out slightly so that these posts can fit down in there properly. And they're about a 1/16 or an eighth of an inch too big, and I don't really want to drill much out of there. As you can see, there's really not much material left. So yeah, little disappointed about that, but let me go ahead and get that drilled out and see how we can get that to fit down in there. Alright, got it, I got it mounted. Move this chair out the way. It's definitely not square, but I got drilled out these holes right here. Drilled these out. I actually drilled them a little bigger than what they needed to be, because if this was too tight, I want this to move around a little bit if need be. I could just see this piece of plastic cracking. So you can see this thing is still not bent right. I'll have to pull that in a little bit. Look at that. I need to bend that ear in a little bit there to get that to seal, because it is not. Up here, I gotta put this piece back on right here, back on the top. This piece, spark plug cover, that will alright, undo that, and I'll be able to put my shock tower back on and put these back shocks on, and we'll put some tires on this thing and see what it looks like. Then I'll be ready to finally take this out and start it for the first time. I think this engine is almost, I think it's getting close to 3 years old. Had it in the box for over 2 years, I think, so until I got it on here, and this build's been going on for a year, so really happy with it. So I'll be looking forward to firing up this 320 reed case from OBR. Alright, let me finish this up, and we'll see what she looks like. Okie dokie. To the bottom. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put these shocks on. A 7mm wrench and snug these up. Number one. Okay, number two. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put this wing support back on. There's a brass sleeve that goes right here, and we got a screw on the outside. We're going to put some Loctite on. So we need to go, it's in the top. For now it's in the top. I'm going to go ahead and get our wing. I'm not sure. I'm going to want the wing. These things can be mounted in 3 positions, so you can have your wing tilted. Get this together. Okay. Go ahead and put our spark plug cover on here. So spin this around so you guys can see. Go like so. So I guarantee you these babies will vibrate loose for sure if they're not thread locked. There's a very coarse thread on here, so tight. Okie dokie. Put our roll cage on there now. You guys can see it. Love these axis mounting components, which I put on my homemade support stand. Swing that around, you guys can see. So, alrighty. Gonna go ahead and get some tires and wheels mounted up. Got my cover to put on as well. Primal RC, beautiful aluminum billet cover. Go ahead and get these back ones on first. Tilt down so you guys can see here. There we go. Number one, need to tighten those up. Okay, okie dokie. All right, that's looking really good. Just got to get our primal spur and pinion cover on to complete the look. Nice. This goes on. Alright, the primal cover normally comes with this plastic clip and and this to hold it on. That whoa, that baby's getting away. That's not going to work for me with this Rovin special cover here for the clutch assembly, so I'll be using these beautiful stainless steel bolts. I'm just going to put some Loctite on those. Man, the cover is beautiful. Really love it. Do not want these coming out. Put a little bit of Loctite on them. Alrighty. Really looks cool. This Baja come out really beautiful. That is it. Alright guys, I'm going to get this thing, reorient the camera. I'm going to just go over this whole thing from front to back. I will not be, this is just too beautiful to put body parts on, so I will not be putting any body panels on this. I'm going to leave it raw just like this to show off all the billet and upgrade parts that I've put on this thing. So let me switch cameras and we'll get down here and we'll give this whole thing an overview.